Welcome to Papaul's Projects. This is the 7th in a series of videos about building a gantry crane, VSEQ 007. Thanks for watching. We're back with you. We've now placed a length of 1.5 by 0.240 wall DOM steel tubing in the lathe. This is going to be the housing, and we're about to use the CNC to machine the threaded end of this piece. So it's first going to face the part. It's going to turn the portion of the part that is the thread down by about 15 16 thousandths. It's then going to cut a groove for the back of the thread, and then it's going to cut the thread starting in and working out to the right. So I'm going to have to close the door because it's like a car wash in there when it gets going. And I'm going to try zooming you in a little bit on the workpiece. I'm going to move you a little closer and zoom in, and you should be able to see what's going on there. Looks like there's a smear right where we're trying to look. Maybe if I move to the right a little bit, you'll get a better view. It seems to be working a little bit better. I can't seem to get the oil off the Lexan. Okay, we're going to press the cycle start, and we should be cutting here shortly. It's going to tool number 1, and it's doing the facing cuts now. I chose to make light face cuts. I think there's about 6. Okay, now it's going to come in and it's going to first rough the OD for the thread. I've left about 5 thousandths on for a finish, so it's now just chamfering the lead in on the thread. And then it's going to come back and do the finished pass, and you'll see the tube get a little bit shiny where it's cutting. It's taking off about, I think, a total of 16 thousandths, about 8 on each side. It's now going to change tools, and it's going to put a grooving tool in, and it's coming down, and that's it for the grooving tool. And now it's going to change to tool 7, which is the insert for the thread cutting, and you can see we start from left and moving to right. The tool is the spindle is turning in a counterclockwise rotation, so we are definitely going to get a right-hand thread out of this. First pass was about 16,000. The last pass is going to be 3,000. There's going to be a total of 10 passes. The depth of the pass decrements as it goes to the maximum, and that's it. The thread is cut, and we will blow it off. And I'm pretty sure that the nut will not fit first go, because we need to run some emery tape and get a few burrs off, but I'll just try it and see how close we are. Yeah. So I'll turn you off, and I'll come back after I've filed the bevel, the chamfer, and a little bit on the top of the thread. Okay, we're gonna try the the nut. I used some Scotch-Brite and a little bit of a file at the chamfer, and you can see we have a pretty nice thread. And this is the second one we've done. So I'm going to reposition the camera, turn it off, reposition it, and I'll show you where we're at on the adjacent bench. We're now at the bench just behind the lathe, and we have the components. They're not the pin is not completely done yet, but what will happen is this surface will be welded to this surface here will be welded to the plate that is welded to the circular plate that's welded to the top of the A-frame. And I'm going to see if we can bring in a little better here. Okay. What's going to happen is this pin will go down inside, and it will stick through the hole in the circular plate that's on the top of the A-frame. This 4-inch long spring will go in here. The nut will go on, and it will be threaded on all the way. Now that puts as you can see there, the pin and part of the spring is exposed, and with pressure that would be generated by the nut, this would be sitting there like that. This would be sitting there like that, with this part flush with the top of the plate. You can see that? And then as you tightened up the nut, it would preload the spring. What's going to happen, I'm going to bring you over this way a bit more. What's going to happen is this pin is going to be machined as you see on the print. We will have talked about that, and that's the next step. So I'm going to bring this drawing up in screen capture and show you that next step for the next video. At this point, that seems to be the only thing that's left for this whole lock assembly, and the next video will be dealing with the end. What we're going to be doing on that end, and I have the parts right here. I mentioned before, or may have mentioned before, that I used to work in the aircraft industry. So this is surplus cable fork end that gets swaged on the end of a piece of 7x19, 532 7x19 cable. And after this is machined down, as in the print, this will slip over there, and there'll be a pin goes in, That cable will go down from the top of the A-frame to sort of a convenient level where you can reach it, probably about shoulder height. And there'll be a T-handle on that, and by pulling down on the T-handle, you will compress the spring and you will withdraw this end of the pin from the upper round plate that has the 16 holes in it. Okay, that gives you a bit of an insight. I'm going to go off the computer and we'll end this video at this point, and we'll come up with machining the cable attachment on the end of this pin in the next session.